All right, so let me break this down real quick because a lot of people don't realize what they're actually looking at when it comes to building credit and why some people move way faster than others. What you're seeing right here is the UCC trade line concept. And this is important because this is one of the few ways you can actually create your own primary trade line without depending on a bank or some third party company. And that's where most people mess up. They think the only way to build credit is waiting on approvals or buying trade lines, when in reality, you can structure something yourself and make it show up in the system. So when we talk about a trade line, all that really means is an account between a lender and a borrower. That's it. That's how credit is tracked. So what this process is doing is creating that relationship on paper through a promissory note and a security agreement, and then making it visible publicly through a UCC filing. And this is the part people don't understand. The public record side is what makes it real in the system, because when something is filed publicly, it becomes searchable, it becomes verifiable, and that's what lenders and systems look for. So now, instead of waiting for someone to give you a trade line, you're creating one and putting it into the same environment banks are looking at. And that's why this is powerful, because it becomes a primary trade line, not an authorized user, not something attached to someone else. This is something you structured. And once you understand this, you start realizing credit is really about data, structure, documentation, and visibility, not just your score. So when you follow it up with updates like the UCC3 and maintain that record, you're basically showing ongoing history, which is what builds strength over time. And this is why a lot of people start seeing movement faster, because you're not waiting around, you're actually creating activity. And when you combine this with everything else, like your profile structure, your public records, your overall file setup, that's when a